Local Taxpayer Public Safety and Transportation Act. Do you support it or not? Mr. Mendoza, I believe you're first.
Sure.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Huff?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Portantino?
Yes.
Good. Good. Good.
There you go.
Thank you. That's all we need.
That's bipartisan love.
Can I elaborate?
Yeah, we like that. Okay.
No,
we
one
have
word.
it on tape. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Our third question, this isn't actually an attempt to be even-handed in our question to you. Redevelopment agencies are a primary boost for our economy, jobs, and the betterment of our communities. We are trying to understand why the legislature would take from local government to fix a state government deficit. Do you see a longer-term benefit for the state to take redevelopment agency funds from local government? Mr. Huff, I believe it's your turn to go first.
No, I don't see a longer term. I think it goes back to what I was saying before. The redevelopment was established to spur economic development, and frankly, I think it'd be better if we just renamed it economic development instead of redevelopment, because it's no longer rats running through tenement houses, although I think that's where it was originally headed. But, you know, the state can't keep its eyes off of pots of money, you know, and to the degree that redevelopment has been successful, it has created those pots of money and spurred economic development in your communities, you know, they see that as fair game. And that's unfortunate. What we need to be doing up there are win-win scenarios, such as the other one out there that would give the state a percentage of it if you extend the life of the project area. I know the counties don't like that, but I think that is a win-win type of scenario for the cities. And that type of thing gives you an incentive to go along with it and doesn't punish you. What we just did is almost criminal. I have City of Placentia that just doesn't have the money. So they say, we're not paying. Well, then you get a 5% penalty down the road. Now I'm wondering if the state issues them any IOUs, whether they can pay it off that way. But I have another city, Monrovia, last night I was over there, and you know, they've got a $3 million price tag that they can't pay until December, and that's only if they get another project that goes through. You know, it's hitting all of you in a tough way. I just wish my hometown of Diamond Bar was able to have a redevelopment project area. We weren't able to successfully get that off the ground. But for those of you that have, you know, state ought to keep their hands off your mitts. I don't see any long-term benefit for them doing it other than screwing up your plans.
Thank you. Mr. Portantino.
Read about me getting in trouble in the paper and, you know, lose my committee one week, get it back another week. And, you know, I'm prone to do that. And one of the areas where I, you know, felt a little heat was I stood up last year when we were going through the budget, and I said I'm not going to support the redevelopment takeaway. I said I wasn't going to support the HUDA takeaway. I just couldn't in good conscience for the reasons mentioned. I mean, that is an opportunity to stimulate jobs and growth. In my district, by the way, Temple City's sitting here in the front row, so we've got to give props to Temple City. And with all due respect to Mr. Huff and Mr. Mendoza, I do have the best district in the state of California. I'm an honest politician. I tell the truth. Somebody laughed at that. But, you know, the communities along the 210 corridor all have their plans for when the Gold Line continues to go out. I mean, you know, local government is planning. Local government is using its money wisely and is going to be stimulating the economy. And I didn't think the state should be taking the redevelopment funds to balance our books. I mean, it just wasn't right, and I didn't support it, and I wish you well. And I also worked with a number of folks, and I know Mr. Huff did as well, to try to get people to look at extending the life of the project areas, to look at that as another alternative financing mechanism for the state. There was not enough support to do that last year, but I think that's another one of those ideas that's going to continue to be out there. So, you know, I wish and hope that you guys can continue to do what you need to do to stimulate the job growth and the economic development in your cities.
I'm not going to repeat what both previous speakers said, but in the bipartisan way, I do support both of them. But, you know, as a founding vote of the Artesia Redevelopment Agency, I know the benefits and of having one and what it can do, what can be done in a city. And but with that, I just want to tell you that I didn't support the same votes last year when we passed those out of the House. But just know that we are looking out for your best interests. I know, I think we all are here, and I can't speak for the rest of the members that are not here, but I know that sometimes, we're pushed to try to make a vote or make a decision based on somebody else's recommendation, and there's penalties that we pay for. Like Anthony said, you lose your committee. I lost my chairmanship, and I still don't have one, but it's okay. I got great friends. I got 8 cities that I represent, and I love them each and a lot, and they support me a lot, and I respect that. And I'm here to work for them. So with that, I just want to tell you that keep up the good fight, and I hope that this proposition that you just put on the ballot, or will be on the ballot in November, I hope this one works, because the last time we put this one on, it didn't seem to stick.
Yeah.
But this one better stick. We want to make sure, because the governor and other people get very creative up there. So with that, I just want to make sure we cover our behind. So I'm with you.
Thank you.